Hello and welcome to round 17 of the 2017 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Mexico City in Mexico. My name is Brad Downton and I'll be joined today by Harry Westwood.
Hello.
Let's take a look through the grid then for the 2017 Mexican V-Prix. It's Nathaniel Powers on pole position with Klaas van Snelheid alongside. Adrian Simon starts third with Alar Kanga in fourth. It's fifth for Arden Hutchinson with Enrique Ruiz starting sixth. Timo Kinnaman and Lewis Ellington make up the fourth row ahead of Carl Beckenbauer and Puccio Giordano, who rounds out the top 10. Alexander Zolia and Hugh Dwyer are on row 6. Behind them, Judson Sykes and Will Hoskins. Finn Schneider very disappointed with 15th ahead of Alroy Wagner. Olin Inman 17th in a great showing for fun ahead of Felix Baer. Carson Davenport and James Harding round out the top 20. Johan Halverson will start from 21st ahead of John Matson. Nikolai Milkovic and Alexei Novosinki are on row 12, and at the back of their grid, after their respective penalties from last time out in the United States, Jochen van Snelheid and Stuart Harrison. So as we go down to the grid then, we have Nathaniel Powers on pole position on the left, Klaas van Snelheid second on the right. The lights go out now, we're racing in Mexico. It's a slow start from Klaas. It's an absolutely lightning start for Adrian Simon, who's already up into second place and alongside pole sitter Powers. For the lead then as they head down the long straight and long run into turn 1. It's Adrian Simon on the inside. Alongside Nathaniel Powers, they're going to go into turn 1. Powers holds on around the outside. Klaas sweeps back around Simon as well and into second. So Adrian Simon then, he looks as though he's going to take the lead. Nothing doing, he's come out of turn 1 and 2 in third place. Powers leads from Klaas.
No, sorry, I thought Beckenbauer was attacking Timo Kinnaman there, but that was a great move there as we see a really late lunge there from Giordano and Hugh Dwyer's getting involved in behind them with Judson Sykes, and we've got Will Hoskins going side by side with Schneider. This is fantastic.
I'm not entirely sure where you've seen any of that, but absolutely.
Yeah, it's all in the kind of mid-pack. It's a bit of a messy spot.
Oh, as we've got two Ingrams side by side further back as well. And the Ocelots, meanwhile, Stuart Harrison has got up to 21st already from last on the grid.
Wow.
That kind of negates his penalty.
Yeah, pretty much.
Up front though, as we end the opening lap, Nathaniel Powers leads from Klaas van Snelheid. The Dutchman pulled out a brilliant move there to get back into second place, having lost it off the start.
Going round the outside.
Beautiful move there then from Timo Kinnaman on the outside of, I think that was Arden Hutchinson. He looks as though he's lost a lot of pace now. He's got 3 cars all over the back of him, including his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, is that Beckenbauer overtaking Ellington or under attack? Oh, he cuts across in the braking zone.
I think it was Beckenbauer defending, but yeah, he's held on to that position. Meanwhile, behind Hugh Dwyer is attacking Zolia for, God knows what, 10th? 10th, yes.
Solid move there from the Ukrainian. I nearly forgot his nationality. But
apart from the fact that it was Dwyer that made the overtake. Yeah.
Oh, right, I thought it was Zolia. I wasn't paying attention. I'm too excited. Everything's kicked, like, it's all gone off in one lap. It's fantastic, but it was a really good move from Klaas to actually get wrapped back around the outside of Adrian Simon at turn 1, because he knew that to keep his title fight alive, he has to beat his teammate.
Well, there's 2 points between them, isn't there?
I know, but he doesn't want to lose any points at this late stage, Bradley. Sure,
no, absolutely not.
Some atmosphere.
But I was convinced Simon was going to take the lead there into turn 1.
So was I, to be honest. He was down the inside, despite Powers starting on the right of the grid. And he sets the fastest lap as well. Is he going to have a go into turn 1?
Yeah, he was right up under the rear wing of Klaas van Snelheid, wasn't he?
Speaking of, we've got the Hogvis going side by side into turn 1. Who's going to brake first? Oh, Ellington chops across and covers that off nicely, obviously. Dwyer on the super softs, I think.
Yeah, it does look like it. And Ellington on the mediums, so you'd imagine that battle's probably not going to last very long.
No, the grip that you get from the supers is somewhat superior to the grip you get from the mediums. But that being said, they do overheat quite quickly in this weather.
Yeah, we've got, although it's rather cool for Mexico, we've only got 21 degrees here.
Yeah, despite being sat on the equator, we're not really feeling the heat.
No.
Another big mover.
Where did the sunshine go that they promised us?
Well, there's still a bit of sunshine, it's just cold sunshine. That's not even a thing. I
I love that cold sun.
You know what? Growing up, when I used to see pictures of, you get those blue giant stars. I actually used to think that those stars were cold because they were blue.
And there we go, people, an insight into Harry's mind.
Yeah,
as the two Hongfists attacking again down into turn 1.
Meanwhile, the inside of Hutchinson.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but Dwyer's gone around the outside of Ellington then. So use the superior grip of those super softs, and he's now up into 9th place.
Yeah, and this is all allowing Finn Schneider in the background to catch up little by little. Obviously, having started in 15th, already worked his way up into 12th place. He's driving pretty well in the opening laps of this V-Prix.
Yeah, he seems to make places quite... Because he did it in the United States a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? He got a miserable qualifying, made up a few places off the start, and then never really went anywhere until the last few laps, where he suddenly gained like 5 places.
Yeah, that was rather odd, wasn't it? But I didn't mind.
No, I'm sure you didn't. So up front then, we've still got the 4 of them nose to tail pretty much for the lead. Powers leading Klaas, Simon and Al Arcanga.
Yeah, and they're really stretching out a gap back to 5th place. They aren't really being challenged at all. Are they all on the soft tyres?
They are, and that's probably something we should delve into, but I think Beckenbauer's got a look down the inside of Hutchinson. He's already ahead as they arrive at the braking zone then, and Beckenbauer is up into 7th.
Yeah, so that's a solid move there from the German. Now he'll set about chasing down Timo Kinnaman for 6th position.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at the tyres then. Please stop me if there's anything of interest.
Okay.
As always. Yeah, so we had we've got a bit of a mix here in Mexico. All 4 tyre compounds are in use. We have 3 drivers on the Supersoft, as we've already seen. Hugh Dwyer, he's joined by Felix Bayer and Nikolai Milkovic, so they'll be hoping to come through the field early on with a bit of pace. Most of the drivers are on the soft tyres. We've got the top 4, so obviously the 2 Downtons and the 2 DS Mackishaw's, as they're pulling away from the field, and we've got is that Schneider and Ellington side by side?
Yes, I think Ellington's lost a lot of time actually on that group, so he must have made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, he has.
This could be interesting given the recent discussion on Renault engines. See just how pronounced that difference is. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, Kinnaman's gone straight by him.
Well, I think Schneider's gone straight by him.
That's what I meant.
But that's Finn Schneider up into 11th place now.
Yeah, great move from the...
behind the pair.
Sorry?
Judson Sykes is now closing on Ellington. I wanted to spice up the next battle.
Oh, right, okay. Carrying on with the tyres then. Joining the top 4 on the softs, we've got Beckenbauer, Sykes, Hoskins, Schneider, Wagner, Harding, Matson and Norsinki. But what's probably aiding those top 4 at the moment is the fact that the 4 that started behind them, Hutchinson, Ruiz, Kinnaman and Ellington, are the first 4 on the mediums. So there was quite a gap there back to anyone else on an equal or quicker tyre. Also on the mediums we have Zolja, Inman, Halverson, Jochen van Snelheid and Stuart Harrison, while Giordano and Carson Davenport are running on the hard tyres.
I think this is one of those races where I think it's possible to make several tyre strategies work. I mean,
yeah, it depends on what kind of track position you're in and all sorts of things.
So a cheeky little look at the inside of his teammate there. I don't know how to phrase that right, but...
Well, that's Hutchinson and Zolja, so Hugh Dwyer must have passed Hutchinson at some point then.
Almost certainly. Yeah, he's up the field. He's up the... Do you know what?
Up the road?
Up the road, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, there we go.
He's having a cheeky little look at Carl Beckenbauer.
He certainly is.
So yeah, still locked in a bit of a stalemate up front at the moment.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? But quite impressed the top four still running so close after the opening 7 laps.
Well, yeah, if you look at the lap times, Bradley, they've pretty much just mashed each other lap to lap.
Yeah, and what I'm finding brilliant is the fact that Al Arkanga's there.
Yeah, it's good that he's again put in that solid qualifying performance that he needs in order to challenge at the front.
Yeah, I think that win last time out will have really, really boosted his confidence. You could see it in the paddock. He looks like a totally different bloke.
Yeah, it's I don't
Maybe
know,
he is.
Yes, we've put, Rob's actually put the Stig in his car.
Ah, there we go. See.
Well, I don't know if the Stig is as formidable anymore.
We on about Ben Collins or the new Stig?
The new one.
Oh, well, no one even knows who that is, so.
No one will ever match up to Ben Collins. Ben Collins would hands down defeat them in a physical confrontation.
I can't imagine kind of situation where they'd end up in a physical confrontation, but sure.
Did you not see the time where they gave the Stig an award and then they tried to take it back? That was a brilliant
can't say it rings any bells.
Well, okay.
Should we get back to the racing?
I think that might be an idea. It's gone a bit quiet for the time being. So I suppose this is a fantastic time to talk about... Well, there's a lot of things to talk about, aren't there, Bradley? Shall we start off with the new regulations for 2018, engine-wise?
We can't. Wow, I was going to start with the new team.
Do it. I'm happy to start with whatever.
So, was it last race that we spoke about Fun leaving? I think it was, wasn't it?
We did indeed. They unfortunately announced their retirement not long before the race weekend itself.
Yeah, so obviously last time out in the United States it was confirmed that Fun would be leaving the series at the end of the season. That opened up a spot for a potential new team, as we see one of the AMRs looking to make an overtake. I think that was Bayer on the Super Softs, right up behind Giordano. Jeez, he's struggling on those hards, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not doing particularly well.
Good lord, where is he's 14th?
Didn't he start in the top 10? No, he started
just 10th.
That is in the top 10. Oh no.
Well played, Butcher. Oh well. Whereas Ruiz up front is coming under pressure from, well, I say up front, it's fair, coming under pressure from Kinnaman. But yeah, so obviously that opened up, Fun leaving opened up a spot for a 13th team. And it was announced just a few days ago that 13th team would be Phoenix.
Yes, Phoenix Motorsport.
FV team.
FV team. It said Phoenix Motorsport in the article, or the title.
Yeah, Phoenix Motorsport FV team is the full official name.
Okay, that's too much for me, so I'm just going to call them Phoenix.
I think we're all just going to call them Phoenix.
Yay! I'm not a minority.
Well...
But back onto Phoenix. I think it's quite exciting to see a new team. We always get this kind of sense of excitement when we have a new team join the family, if you will. And it'll be more interesting to see what they can do in their first season, and more importantly, what drivers they bring on board to do so. Yeah,
very much so. I mean, Phoenix are a team with, well, they've got a bit of experience. They've been in FP2 and FP3 for the last few years. As meanwhile, Kinnaman looking to the inside of Ruiz at turn 1 then. He's got the inside line. Ruiz holds it on the outside though.
Yeah, that was pretty tight, but it doesn't look like... Oh, Hugh Dwyer has made a pass on Carl Beckenbauer. So those Super Softs really coming alive on that home fist.
Yeah, they are absolutely working great guns, aren't they? And Dwyer is flying.
Working great guns.
Yeah. It's a saying deal with it.
Considering he's on the softs, actually seems to be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and the two firsts are really holding the field up.
Yeah, they've got themselves a nice little train behind them.
The first...
And you could say that Schneider is first in line to pass them. That was awful.
It was. I was trying to come up with some kind of train pun for first.
Oh,
but,
Oh.
No, he's going to go again. Felix Bale, what a move!
Oh. Oh wait, is Giordano coming back?
No, he's not. Bayer shuts the door.
So close. Bayer says, "Thank you very much. You are not having that place back, son."
I know there's
That
like
was fantastic.
3 compounds difference between their tyres, but that was still a phenomenal move from Felix Bayer.
But if you listen to the throttle that Giordano was using, that car seems so unstable on those hard tyres. He's just not enjoying them at all.
No, as Hugh Dwyer really closing up now on the back of Timo Kinnaman. But as you say, Giordano massively struggling. As Schneider is alongside to Zolia, and he's going to go around the outside of turn 3, is he not? He's not quite pulled it off.
No. So it looks like Zazoli must have got some fantastic traction off of turn 3 there. And it was just enough to keep that place. But that's allowed Arjun Hutchinson to just escape up the road a little bit. And all this battling between Kinnaman and Ruiz has allowed not only Dwyer but Beckenbauer to close in also.
Yeah, so it seems we've got like groups of 4 now. We've got the top 4, the second 4, and then everyone else.
That is kind of the way it seems to have operated at the moment, to be fair. First they've got themselves a nice little line.
Yes, but just going back to Phoenix then, I can't remember where we were.
They've got some experience.
Yes, and then we were going to talk about drivers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's difficult of where to start really, but I think you'd have to imagine that Carson Davenport is going to be in the frame for a seat, surely.
You'd imagine. I mean, he's. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, former race winner. Oh, what timing!
Here he is on screen now, ladies and gentlemen, driving for Fun 15.
Yes, because that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, go on.
No, I think that clearly the director is listening to us. Makes a change.
Yeah. Really
yeah,
nice.
Davenport, he's proved to be a really strong driver. Former race winner, multiple race winner in fact. And obviously going to be without to drive next year because obviously Fanard departing. I think that just makes sense for... Oh, was Dwyer pits then for his first stop at the end of lap 13. I think that just makes sense for Phoenix, really. Because I don't believe Davenport's wages are particularly the highest out there.
No, he's not particularly in a position to demand them, seeing as though he's desperate for a drive next season.
No, but from what I've heard or rumours I've
making 5 stops today. That's painful.
Yeah, they might struggle with that one. Dwyer's come back out in 18th. Ouch.
Oh dear, he's got all that work to do again.
What was I? Yeah, but I, from what I hear, Davenport isn't too demanding in his contracts either.
I can't confess to having heard that because I don't know. But he does, when you see him in the paddock, he does strike you as quite a laid-back guy.
He certainly does. As for... Sorry, I was...
I was going to say, like, where'd you go? Don't leave me.
I was miles away. As for the second seat, well, God knows. As Kinnaman looks down the inside of Ruiz again at turn 1, nothing doing. The Brazilian holds the outside line.
Yeah, you'd imagine for the second seat it might be worth trying to promote one of the youngsters, perhaps one of the guys that have been working with Phoenix Motorsport down in the lower formulae. Just for the sake of it's cheap and what do you got to lose? Yeah,
possibly. Let's have a look. I mean, their drivers this year in FV2 were Dominic Hansen and James Thompson. Do you know what? Honestly, looking at the championship, I wouldn't bother.
Are they not particularly successful?
Hansen currently sits 24th out of 26, and Thompson is 22nd.
Well, I wouldn't. No offence to the lads, I'm sure they'd do their best.
Yeah, so, you know.
Now that's interesting, because the leading quartet have not pulled out a pit stop on the duo behind them on the mediums. Obviously we've got Carl behind them, but he's going to have to... Oh! Kinnaman makes another move to the inside.
Yeah, he's gone earlier this time, but I still don't think he's going to be far enough alongside.
No, Ruiz has
not.
figured out. Ruiz has figured out how to defend that spot, well, to the end of the afternoon, probably.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay, who have we got then that's racing this year without drive next season?
Well, Bradley,
Um,
got James Harding.
Simon's racing Kanga, Halverson, Harrison's off to Indy Virtual, Davenport, Inman. Ooh, we should probably divert slightly a second.
Let's divert, Bradley. Where do you want to divert? I think I know
Franklin,
where. Yes.
with the mention of Olin Inman, and it was confirmed, I believe, in the press conference on Thursday that Olin Inman would be joining Enrique Ruiz at Franklin in 2018.
It was indeed.
And anything else?
Well, I think it's an interesting move. It's a bit of a risk, if you ask me, because we saw obviously last season Inman. He did put up a fantastic title challenge. But
He
in the
did.
end, just
He lost.
didn't
He
have
only
enough
lost
to
out
pull
by
off.
2 points.
Exactly. So he did really well. But this season, in a not so good car.
Look at that.
he's
That was
been
Inman
kind
on
of-
screen again. This is brilliant.
Yeah. The director is an absolute lad today.
There he is.
Laddington McGee.
Yeah.
But Inman has somewhat been shown the way a little bit by Davenport this season, which either goes to prove how talented Davenport is, or shows that Inman really isn't on form at the moment. Maybe that's because he's in a backmarker team. No offense, Dick. But at the end of the day, for Franklin to take on board a driver like that, I think is quite risky.
Could be. He's, I do believe, if memory serves me correct, he's going to be the first driver in Formula Virtual history to have raced for both DS Mathershaw and Franklin.
He will indeed. Wait.
So that's
Yeah.
going to be quite interesting to see. But yeah, it's
think
tricky.
Franklin,
I think it's... I don't know. As you say, last year he proved sort of
Sorry,
a match
ignore
for
that.
Simon.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see.
I think it definitely will, as Kinnaman looking a bit more convincing this time, not quite. I think Jamie missed a trick when he missed signings on certain drivers like Hoskins, for example, or Kinnaman or Beckenbauer. Those guys could have definitely provided at least a decent matchup for Ruiz next season, but we'll just have to wait and see. Who knows? Inman could well take the fight to Enrique, but personally I feel like this could be another Jochen flop. That's going to be a new term for bad Franklin drivers, a Jochen flop.
A Jochen flop.
Yeah, sorry Jochen. I know that you, like, he's a nice lad, but he didn't do very well. He did get pole position in Malaysia though.
He certainly did. Let's not forget that one. And a podium. And that actually brings us on to Jochen, who doesn't have a seat next year.
Yeah, so he's looking for a driver that's, you know, he's not exactly a bad driver. He's solid. I mean, since Nowasinki joined Ocelot, he's definitely, like, Jochen's definitely had the beating of him, as Kinnaman goes up the inside once more. Is it going to be enough? No.
Ruiz is a lot later on the brakes around the outside.
Yeah, he's looking a lot more comfortable. Possibly got a bit of a higher aero setup, considering the way Kinnaman seems to close in on the straights. Zazzoli, it goes to the inside, but there's no room there. As you would say, nothing doing. Well, it's
Yeah,
not just you that said that, but...
I'll be honest. I don't think Jochen would have done any worse than Giordano's done had he
Probably
lasted
not.
the season.
They've kind of shared very similar kind of traits. I mean, Jochen did used to be quite good at getting it done in qualifying, and then he just fell back in the race.
Yeah.
And we see that exact same thing with Giordano, except it cost him a wee bit more, shall we say.
Maybe it's the car. Oh, as we've got the leaders into the pits then. Powers and Klaas van Snelheid. Neither of the DS Matthew boys have pitted. They have carried on. And that will be an additional lap then. But this is what? The end of lap 19. So, well, that's just going to be a straight 3-stop of both for all of them.
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing.
And Klaas is ahead. Sorry, I've missed that. It was a slow stop from Nathaniel Powers. And Klaas van Snelheid has jumped his teammate.
Wasn't Klaas already ahead?
No, Powers was leading.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, that's played right into the young Dutchman's hands.
Yeah, a slow stop then for the championship leader, and he's lost track position to his teammate Klaas van Snelheid, and that could be absolutely huge in the championship.
Yeah, more importantly as well, if those DS guys can put in a decent in-lap now, then they'll be able to come out ahead of Powers, which is going to be even more damaging to his championship. But
yeah, certainly
we'll
will.
See in a half a lap.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. We'll go back to the 2018 talk in a second. We're expecting at the end of this lap both DS Mathershaws to dive into the pit lane, and indeed they do. In comes Simon and in comes Kanga. We go on board with the Estonian. Simon, very, very close there to throwing it round. And again, Simon is sideways into the pits.
That could cost them the lead.
Yeah, it absolutely could. As Ruiz is going to go through to take the lead, as Klaas van Snelheid is right up with Timo Kinnaman. So they very nearly had a pit stop in hand over those behind them. Simon comes out and he's behind Powers, so Powers is second then, a net second place. As Kinnaman looks to the inside, Klaas van Snelheid then behind the two leads, he's gone for it! Klaas has gone for it, there's contact! Contact with Timo Kinnaman as Klaas went for a gap that wasn't there. Kinnaman is round and he's so lucky to avoid further contact.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculously irresponsible there from Klaas.
He's passed Ruiz and into the lead, but jeez, why would you risk that?
That is ridiculous. He could have ended all three of the drivers' races right there, and that is I'm not going to lie, like, I'm a little bit shocked. I was not expecting that outcome.
Absolutely not. We've seen Klaas pull off some incredible overtakes this year. And if he hadn't made contact, that would have been another one. But there was not a gap there big enough for a car. We're going to see a replay now then. On board with Klaas, and it's slowed down. Look, he just about squeezed between the back wheels, but there's not the room.
No, there's no way you're ever going to make it through there. And now the crucial thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can see it there.
Yeah, and both cars jumped up into the asphalt. I'll be amazed if they both got away without damage.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kinnaman's looking pretty cozy for now.
Yeah, he's dropped back a bit, but neither of them have pitted.
Indeed, so that's relegated Kinnaman outside of any chance of taking the fight to the soft-tired runners in front of him.
Yeah, certainly has, as Dwyer on his super softs is making moves once again. But, gee, what was Klaas playing at?
I don't know, I think it was just out of desperation where he was, well, so eager to make that move and maintain his gap back to Nathaniel.
I was going to say, I think we've seen it a couple of times this season, but that was the absolute perfect example of the impetulance of youth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen it. Oh, I don't think we've really seen Kanga being that impatient this season, have we?
I don't think so, no.
He's well behaved, but in terms of Schneider and Van Snelheid, we have seen on occasion.
I don't understand what went through his head that made him think he needed to risk that as Kanga bangs in the fastest lap.
Yeah, so solid job from the Estonian, as we've got Ruiz defending the outside line there from Nathaniel Powers. But that is, I'm sure, an incident that the stewards might want to take a look at, because that was quite a bold move. Well, bold is kind of the, what's the way of saying it?
Stupid.
At best, yeah. At best it was bold. At worst it was rash and irresponsible.
It absolutely was, and he is a very, very lucky boy to.
I thought you were going to say naughty boy, and I was about to get really concerned.
No, lucky boy to not have picked up any damage there. But meanwhile, being stuck behind Ruiz is really, really costing Nathaniel Powers now, while his teammate streaks into the distance.
Yeah. Nathaniel's got to try and find a way through, but that's
he's going to the inside at the final corner. Ruiz has squeezed him. Powers has had to back out, and that's allowed Simon around the outside.
Powers is going to really suffer along this straight now because he's lost all that momentum where he had to get out of it on the inside of that final corner.
Yeah, and look how far he's fallen back. Kanga could now be a threat then as they come into turn one. Is Simon going to launch an attack at Enrique Ruiz? He is, but Ruiz is an expert at defending that outside line now.
Yeah, Ruiz knows exactly what he's doing, and he's saying, no, you're not getting past me without something special. Here we go, Hugh Dwyer on Puccio Giordano once more, and still can't find a gap. So maybe those hard tyres just starting to come back to Giordano a little bit.
You think?
Well, he's certainly not doing badly. He looks a little bit more stable into the corners. He's not wobbling around.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Jesus Christ.
Should we, now that we've got the pit stops and the drama out of the way, I mean, I know we've still got some overtakes to see here. Surely as the three of the former top four line up behind Ruiz to take a punt.
Makes it look nice and easy as he sails past.
Oh, Simon's been bogged himself now, and this is going to give Powers a run back as the two DSs go side by side.
Yeah, so obviously they tried the same trick that Powers couldn't make work the lap before, and again, Ruiz isn't having any of it. But I can tell you what, I can see that ending in tears pretty soon, Bradley.
Yeah, you're not the only one, to be honest.
I think the next one to try that might just find himself sideways at 180 miles an hour.
With another two cars right behind him.
Yeah, so let's hope they keep it sensible out there and try their best not to imitate class.
Yeah, a nice clean race, lads, please, from all of you.
Right, I want a good clean fight, nothing below the belt. I don't know.
Right, should we should we jump back to 2018 lineups?
Yes.
Oh, no, Simon, no, maybe?
Simon's wrong-footed himself now through the rest of this complex, and that could give Kanga a bit of a go, but Alal's not got the space.
No, but they're certainly putting on a show today, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Is Powers going to look? He is. Powers looks to the inside of the final corner once again.
There it is. Oh my god, there was ever so slight contact there.
They're not learning.
Nope.
They're just not learning. As Powers loses out once again then to Adrian Simon. Simon looks to the inside of Ruiz at turn one. Can he make this work now? Will Ruiz hold it again? He does hold it again. He's into the pits for a second pit stop. Comes Hugh Dwyer.
One driver worth noting is Finn Schneider has fallen behind all of the soft-tyred runners that were behind him before the stops and is in 20th position. So he's had a big incident somewhere.
Yeah, something's gone on there, hasn't it?
Yes. But that's him out of the points or race.
Just a tad.
Just a wee bit. But he's down to 21st now, so he's clearly struggling. He's got overtaken by.
He hasn't retired, has he?
He might have done. Let's have a look at the timing screen.
19, 20. Schneider. Nope.
But then has he lost his rear wing? No, we would have seen that.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
Oh god, here they go again. Simon at the inside of... No, he kind of backed out again there, didn't he? Yep. Is this going to give Powers a run? No! Simon chops him on the exit. And now surely Simon really close to Ruiz now. Surely this is going to be second place for the Frenchman.
Yeah, this is the kind of racecraft that wins championships and, well, Simon's not in contention. Do you know what? It's a solid move and he's up into second place. Yeah,
placed the car beautifully there, did Adrian Simon. The outgoing champion. He didn't lunge up the inside of the final corner as we've seen, well, so many try before, and played that one beautifully, took Ruiz on the straight and is up into second place.
Yeah, I think after the contact that they saw ahead with Powers and Ruiz, they just got a little bit, Simon got a little bit scared and decided to rethink his approach.
And it's worked.
Yeah, definitely has, and you'd imagine he'll be streaking off into the distance pretty soonish.
You'd think so, and it's now up
You'd
to Powers and
think.
Kanga.
Yes, indeedy.
Are we are into two-stop territory now, aren't we? Yeah, quite comfortably.
Yes, quite easily. We won't. I doubt we'll make one stop on the medium tyres. To be honest, I think the hards will do one stop, but they'd need to do another 7 laps on those tyres. Mind you, Ruiz is still looking pretty cozy on them.
Well, you say that, but Simon is long gone.
Yeah, but having the ability to defend that line for that long is still not bad.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the pace, so it can't be. As
never
Powers
mind,
then down the inside into turn 1, Kanga's going to go as well, and Ruiz looks as though he's just suddenly lost all of the grip to defend with.
Yeah.
And slides through
sliding
turn
around
3.
quite a lot. You'd imagine that. Okay, I take back everything I said. I think they're due to pit soon. Due to wire.
But he is on the super softs, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. It's still an impressive time. I don't know what that was. Oh, was that Schneider? Yeah, Schneider's really got a problem. He's just being mugged left, right, and centre.
He is, but he is back up to 20th.
What? What's going on, man?
Maybe he's running.
Could be.
Maybe the engine's failed in that car and he's just running round.
Yabba dabba, do me a favour and stop it. Do you get it? That was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He slides his way through turn 3.
Yeah, meanwhile, Olin Inman not having the best race, having been announced as the new Franklin driver. He's currently last. And lapped.
Yeah, that's a... hang on, that doesn't make sense. He must have just made his pit stop then.
He has, but, you know.
What's he running on?
Bricks, I think.
Oh, Bradley.
I couldn't resist that one, sorry.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured.
He is on the mediums.
And he's made a stop, so could we see the medium runners in any lap now? Or did he have damage? That
Who
could
knows?
explain the whole thing with Schneider. There was contact and he sustained damage.
Could be, could be.
Wagner has passed both Schneider and Davenport all in one fell swoop, and we're missing all of the action for 20th place. Well, 18th.
Oh no.
Hey, don't give me that tone. Racing is racing.
That's very true, it is. We've seen some fantastic battles throughout the field.
We have.
All season.
It's been a really good race so far, to be honest.
It has, yeah. We had a whole list before the race of potential topics to talk about in case this was a snooze fest, and we've barely done one.
Yeah, I mean that for me is a pretty impressive feat.
As Kanga looks to the inside of Powers, they're heading to someone. We've cut away. Nathaniel can hold it around the outside. He absolutely cannot afford to lose any more positions.
Absolutely not. Obviously, at the moment, if things were to finish as they are, he stands to lose 10 points, which is quite a gap to make up in the last round.
Yeah, well, he's 2 ahead, so that would be a net gain of 10.
It would be a net gain of 10.
Yeah,
still, but
yeah,
there would be a
all
difference
right.
of
So
8.
it would put Class at a lead of 8 points, which means Powers could not afford to just win. Class could be second and take the title.
Yeah, and that would be that would make things very tricky for Powers. The one thing I'm really hoping is that, as I have a cheeky little voice crack, the one thing I'm really hoping is that neither of these guys retire in the next 2 races.
Yeah,
that would
same.
just really like you know, no, that would be awful.
Well, that would just
bad.
piss all over the championship, wouldn't it?
It would. We don't want that.
And we certainly don't.
Yeet.
Right. Should we go back to 2018 or forwards to 20?
Back to the future. Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah. Let's get in that time machine, man.
Woo. Because you got your flux capacitor working.
No, I left it at home.
Anyway, 2018.
Yes, where were we? So, Joachim, Diego Campos. Yep, that's my reaction. James Harding.
James
Yep,
Harding
same.
is a solid driver.
Noah Sinky will be without a drive.
Noah Sinky is, I don't know, because he kind of impressed when he was going toe to toe with Sykes at North Star.
Did he?
Kind of. He took the fight to him on a few occasions, and Sykes has proven to not be a bad driver. Just ignore the fact he's 6 places behind Beckenbauer, who is going around. No, that's Inman, who was trying to attack
Noah Sinky.
Noah Sinky. So there you go. Proof that Noah Sinky is a top quality driver, as he's constantly dipping 2 wheels on the grass there.
Oh my god, this is far too close. Oh my god. I was literally holding my breath the entire way down that straight.
Yeah, I kind of thought that that he was just going to keep his nose in. Noah Sinky wouldn't be a good choice, he just wouldn't be a bad choice. No, that other way around. He wouldn't be a bad choice, he just wouldn't be a good choice. Yeah, got it. Nailed it.
Right, moving on. I'd say probably the 2 biggest names without drive finisher, with obviously the exception of Davenport. Arden Hutchinson.
That is an interesting call, actually.
Currently 8th in the championship. Picked up podiums this year. Been a solid driver for first, but is out on his ear.
Will this be the first time in Formula V history that a driver finishes in the top 10 of the championship and then doesn't have a drive the year after? Or
Nope.
will I be mistaken?
You'd be mistaken.
How would I be mistaken? That's not
Dominicali in 2015 finished 3rd.
fair. Yeah, and then he got a drive at Ocelot.
Yeah, but he wasn't racing.
I mean, actually has not signed a contract. Oh!
No, you didn't.
Medium
You've
runners
just
didn't
changed
pick.
the rules so that it
I
fits.
haven't.
Oh, we've got a sideways first.
I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
Kinnaman must have sustained damage because that was a very long stop for him. Oh no, it wasn't.
I was going to say it wasn't that long. So incredibly then, seemingly both Klaas and Kinnaman got away from that without damage.
Well, Klaas is a very lucky boy on both accounts then.
Yeah, very much so.
Otherwise, he'd be footed with the bill.
Yeah. To be fair, the amount that we're paying him, he could probably afford it.
That's like so arrogant. That's disgusting.
I don't know. I mean, like the amount that he's requesting is ridiculous. For the bloody kid he is.
In all fairness, Bradley, he currently stands to
Lead the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, I know.
yeah, against a, I don't know, former world champion.
Yeah, I know. Moving on. Hutchinson, yeah, possibly, could be. And Lewis Allington, as well, has not got a contract.
Allington would be a good call, actually, to sign. But then, another thing we got to think of is that...
Yeah,
in
if
their
you want
first season-
arrogance, there you go.
Arrogance?
Ellington.
Allington's not arrogant.
Oh, of course he is.
How is he arrogant? He's a pretty chill bloke. He was going to be driving my car this year until I decided that I didn't want him.
I think enough things have happened with Ellington in the past with various teams.
Yeah, but it was already like made brought
You know-
to light that it was the team's PR guy that was kind of giving off.
Yeah, but the
We know
fact
that
as
these
well
drivers
is
are basically given scripts.
the the amount of money that he's requested is
Bradley,
far
you seem
above.
to know how much money everyone's requesting.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we talk.
Does that mean that Downton have previously considered ditching their race winners?
Who said
an
it was this
article
year?
for you. Sorry?
Who said it was this year?
Me. I did.
Yeah,
to be
but
fair,
I didn't.
All of the drivers you've run recently have been race winners. Marcus Thunder, Nathaniel Powers, Klaas van Snelheid, Will Hoskins.
For 2 races.
Yeah, but they were all race winners in the last 3 seasons.
Touche.
that's,
There's a car out.
One way to... That's not a parking bay, my friend.
No, I think that's Noah Sinky.
Isn't he?
Looks like he got bored.
Must have done.
No, oh god, it's not contact, is it? Well, that...
That's
Oh, it is
big.
contact.
Wow.
How did we not notice he was missing a wheel? What?
Because that's in... No, I see he kept all of his stuff.
No, he didn't. Look.
Oh, there it is. Never mind, I was wrong.
Okay, so...
I think that's probably a racing incident. Everyone knows that that's a corner where you don't overtake, and it's just... Well, we've seen it come close a couple of times. And
I was going to say, I think that just goes to show how incredibly lucky Powers, Simon and Ruiz were earlier.
Yeah, but then also it could go to show the difference in talent.
Yes, it very much could. They're totally different caliber of driver.
Yeah, I honestly think there's very few people you could put on the same level as the as guys like Simon and Powers and Ruiz.
Yeah, very much so.
I would argue that Kanga and Clark.
Oh, Beckenbauer without a front wing. What's happened there then?
He's probably lost his front wing, Bradley. Ruiz is... Oh, he's passing his teammate. Oh yeah, they made it... Do you know what? Cool, I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Dwyer's
Nope.
5th!
Yeah, but he'll be making a stop any lap now. Probably this lap.
Ah, he's hit debris.
Oh.
Beckenbauer's hit the debris from
He's
the
very
car.
lucky not to... Well, I was about to say he was very lucky not to lose a lot of time. He has lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he's made a pit stop.
In all fairness, he's only pitted a couple of laps early, so he'll still be on a safe 3 stop. But
Do
he
you
might
know-
actually have the advantage of an undercut this time.
I'm stunned as to where Powers' pace has gone. He was leading early on, and looked as though he was... Although, to be fair, they were all pretty close, weren't they? But
Yeah, so it's
since he's
possible.
been overtaken, both Klaas streaked away while they were being backed up by Ruiz, but Simon has continued to pull a gap, and Kanga is sticking right with the current championship leader.
Yeah, it's possible perhaps that Powers was just keeping a rhythm going and just leading the race, as you so often see these guys do, and then he, well, had a bit of a change of tact when he got passed in the pit lane. So we've got Kinnaman making a move on Hoskins.
Professionals always.
Is that Yeah, I was going to say, if that's Ruiz in front of him, then that is an almighty job from Tumo, but...
No, not
it's
quite.
Giordano. I got excited. Okay, leave me be.
So yeah, so those are the drivers that are without contract for next year then, that could be potential signings for Phoenix. You've also got a number of drivers from Junior Series.
Oh yeah, I mean, you've got De La Fuente, he's...
Oh, what a beautiful pronunciation. Kinnaman sweeps around the outside of Puccio Giordano. Take a bow, my son.
Oh, that was fantastic. There's nothing like proving that even in situations like this, that you can keep a level head and still pull off fantastic overtakes.
Yeah, absolutely. That was incredible.
Also, thank you for complimenting my pronunciation.
You're welcome. It was absolutely beautiful.
You thought I was going to cock it up, didn't you?
Yes.
I apologise for my French, I said chicken. I think that's chicken in French. Anyway, so, we've got a soft tire. He's lost the rear.
It's class, it's class!
He's gone sideways in the pit. That's not the fastest way in there, my friend.
Done what Simon did.
And there's Inman having a look.
To be fair, Class had built up quite an advantage. Powers is in as well.
Yes, indeed, and I think, wow, that just illustrates the gap to you. There's Powers not even left the pit lane yet.
Yeah, look how much time Class gained.
I don't think that anyone except for Adrian Simon now has a shot at victory. And obviously Class. What I meant is a shot at challenging Class. I knew what I meant.
We all knew what you meant.
Oh, thank goodness.
To be fair, even Simon is quite far behind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Class looking strong now with well, as we're just past the half distance. We've got Timo Kinnaman attacking Judson Sykes for 6th place then. He's going to go down the inside turn 1. Sykes is on the softer compound though, so he, no surprise he holds on around the outside. There's Giordano, still on the hard tyres, not pitted, was going to be a comfortable one-stopper. Now defending from Will Hoskins, who finds himself in 9th.
Yeah, go Will. I'm a fan
As
of
into
that.
the pits comes Simon, I believe, sideways.
Yeah.
Again.
Something is definitely not safe about this pit entry.
No, I was going to say, I'm sure it's made of like polished concrete or something. That's ridiculous.
It must be, and obviously, you'd imagine that being the apron of a bit of a.
Oh, Kanga's gone another lap.
Oh.
Alar Kanga leads in Mexico.
Wait, is that Simon?
Yeah, he's come out between the two Downtons.
How big is that gap between the? Well,
Pretty damn big.
well, except for extenuating circumstances, you'd imagine that this race is in Klaas's hands now. Oh, go on, Kinnaman.
Oh, he's done it again.
Oh, Kinnaman, like.
That lad is pulling some fantastic overtakes today.
Definitely is. That's the second time he's gone around the outside of that corner, and well, I mean, his overtake on Giordano was just stunning, and I think that's a fact. Again, it's like you see the maturity of some of these guys, like Ruiz, like Kinnaman, like Powers, and it's fantastic to see because when they keep their head they keep it cool in the cockpit, they pull off these fantastic moves that we've seen today.
Yeah. Oh, was that Kanga pitting? I believe.
It was Kanga.
Oh, he spun! Oh, he spun! Kanga spun! Coming into the pits then.
Oh no, he's
Is he
going to do
no!
another lap. Oh, he's completely. What is he doing? Back it up! Back it up! Wow, he's actually put his wing through the wall.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's all gone wrong for Alar Kanga.
Oh dear. This isn't what he would have wanted at all.
No, absolutely not. The Estonian then, who
Come on! Just. Oh, I thought he had it.
having won last time out in the United States, another brilliant qualifying here, and
he's found his reverse gear.
he's got himself free then.
Too late.
But well, he's going to lose an awful lot of time there.
Giordano just gets mugged by Zizolia.
And I think he's about to be mugged by the two Holmqvists as well.
Probably is.
Wow, look at this. Giordano, no pit stops currently on the hard tyre. Dwyer, okay, well, he's just been passed by Ellington. Dwyer's made 3 stops and he's just behind him.
I think the super softs were a little bit of a better choice than the hards today.
It's incredible.
It's rare that we see Franklin make bad tyre choices unless they're trying to fix a championship, though. So I don't know what's gone wrong.
Here we go then. On board with Kanga. It just, yeah, I think again that's that slippery pit lane. It just caught him out, and he tried to recover. He tried to sort of put the power down and loop it round really quickly to get him before the wall. But I think he just misjudged it and had too much speed and just. Yeah, small error there from Kanga, and that's really cost him. He's now down in 17th place.
Yeah, so that's well, Powers doesn't have anyone challenging from behind now. As we see Dwyer go around the outside of Ellington, surely not. That was really tight going into there.
I'll be honest, I totally envisaged a blue and yellow mess in the wall there.
Yeah, to be fair. Go on.
Oh, Ellington sweeps around the outside of Giordano. Surely Dwyer's going to get a run at him now as well, down the straight.
Must do. Yeah, he has. He's got this move easily.
And behind them is Johan Halverson.
Yeah, actually making this medium tyre strategy work.
Yeah, what an incredible race so far from the Dane then.
God, Hugh, stick it in there. Oh, that's not what he wanted. Kind of went for a gap that was always closing. But at least he had the sense to get out of it at the last second.
Yeah, very much so. Now Beckenbauer then attacks Johan Halverson up the inside, but wow, brilliantly held on there.
There had to be at like less than 2 inches in that. That was fantastically close racing. Don't giggle at 2 inches, Bradley.
I genuinely wasn't laughing at that.
I just heard a giggle and I was like, do you know what? I can't. To be fair, I can't really judge you. Actually,
No.
yes, I can.
No,
Let
you
me
can't.
take your mind back to Portugal, 2015. Do you remember?
That wasn't
South
Portugal. It was South Africa.
Do you know what? The point is, you ogled at a billboard.
I am never going to forget that billboard.
I don't think anyone's going to forget that billboard, Bradley. You pointed it out to everyone.
That's a famous billboard in South Africa now. People flock just to see that billboard.
Do they?
I think we need to stop saying billboard.
Billboard. Billboard Baggins.
That was terrible.
Apologies for any weird noises. I'm eating gherkins.
Oh, yuck.
Straight out of the jar.
That's absolutely disgusting. Right. We've had another announcement with regards to teams for next year, haven't we?
Yeah.
You've forgotten, haven't you?
Yeah.
In that Ocelot won't be Ocelot.
Oh yeah, those lads. Well, take it away. Or do you want me to take it away?
Well, apparently I'm doing it.
Let's face it, you're going to give people a better rundown of the situation.
Yeah, so, okay. Ocelot are going to become... They're going to split with Honda after 1 year. And will become a semi-works outfit next season. With a manufacturer that is as yet to be confirmed. However, there were some hints dropped in the press conference, and rumours in the paddock would seem to suggest it would be Alfa Romeo that are going to be coming in to supply Ocelot with engines. However, Ocelot won't be Ocelot, they will be called Pegasus.
Yes, Project Pegasus or just Pegasus. They have not yet let on. They've been very secretive about the manufacturer of their engine, but they gave a very cryptic answer in the press conference on Thursday. Let me just bring it up for you. They said, "Oh,
and
I
you
brought up
quote
the wrong answers," and I quote in just a sec because I brought up the wrong. Wow, that was going to be so smooth. And I realised I left the wrong thing open.
Right. That's alright, it's not like people are waiting.
And so...
Oh, Halverson! Around the outside of Puccio Giordano!
Oh, I missed it.
I'll be honest, I know Giordano's on the hards and clearly struggling because he's done 45 laps on them now. But at no point this season did I expect to see a Meteor overtake a Franklin. Never mind, drive clean around the outside of him.
No, he's just full on, like, done him up. He's just...
Done him like a kipper, that's what you were going to say.
That's what I was going to say, nothing else. So, back to Pegasus on their engine manufacturer, and I quote, "The thing I can tell you is that the particular manufacturer is one with a historical heritage dating back to the golden ages of racing. Perhaps a team time once forgot, but now with some new blood behind it. A crave of passion, excellence and beauty, a team with no other substitute." So that implies that this, whoever's supplying their engines next season has got a lot of racing pedigree about them, and it's just kind of fallen off the map in the last couple of decades.
Yeah, and I think, as I said, obviously the rumours in the paddock seem to indicate Alfa Romeo, and I think, to be honest, they fit that bit that you just said.
They do. I mean, they
very well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the lower formulas of this Formula 1, they were... what am I even...
I don't know.
I'm gassing now.
You're talking about some other series now.
I know. They've never been in our series, but they have certainly been prolific in, well, across all motorsport disciplines, really. So, I think it'd be interesting to see them... join the fray, if you will.
It certainly will.
Sorry, I kind of went about that in the most roundabout way possible.
That's fine, people are used to that.
Yeah.
In fact, they expect it.
Now you're just being rude.
Nah, honesty, truth hurts.
So...
Well, I'll tell you
yes.
what. Seeing as I've covered everything else, I'll let you do the engine news.
Oh yes, the news!
I mean, yeah, but...
I just wanted to do that. As we see,
Davenport, because Inman's out.
Yes, I just realised that. Anyway, engine rules for next season. Some exciting, cheeky changes have been announced by our main man, Nick Morley. Do you want me to try that again?
No, it's fine. You roll with it. You do you.
So for the last couple of seasons, since we've moved on to this new chassis kind of this new set of regulations, that was.
God, yeah, we've got new cars next year, haven't we, as well?
We have indeed.
Crikey, I'd forgotten about that one.
How can you forget? They look so
Good job
cool.
the design team hasn't.
Yeah. Well, unless they've been designing one of these for next season, in which case you are screwed. But
I just need to make a phone call quickly.
Oh dear. Headlines: Bradley Downton cannot field a car next year because he made the wrong one. Anyway, let's move on from that. So we've been running, what is it?
What do you mean you've been building the wrong car? We'll change it.
Mute his microphone. Oh dear. This could spawn some chatter in the paddock.
For God's sake, are you all utterly useless?
I mean, I think that's a bit harsh. You're winning a championship. We're listening to Bradley just casually chew out one of his employees, no problem. So we're watching this battle between Dwyer and Ellington and hoping that the bollocking on the other end is going to stop soon, because I'm getting uncomfortable.
Hello, sorry.
Oh, hello.
Just a casual, friendly chat with one of the designers. Everything's fine for next year. Don't worry about it.
It sounded fine for sure. Can I do the engines now?
Yeah, crack on.
Okay, so.
Hang on, there's new engines as well.
Oh no! Here comes another friendly phone call. So obviously, last couple of years we've been running. Was it V12s? V12s.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nice. Let me just bring.
I don't know. I'm not a builder. I just, tell them what to do.
Build the engines. If you stop me if anything exciting happens.
Of course.
Yeah, so since 2014 the teams have been required to run V12 engines. However, next season the teams will have an option of not only the V12 engines we currently run, but also V8s that will be making their reappearance for the first time since 2013, and V10s making their grand debut into the sport. And each engine is basically supposed to have different advantages.
Oh, sorry, we've got like 5 cars going side by side down the straight.
I don't know what's going on.
Got a little bit of chaos. We've got Finn Schneider in there. One of the, I think that's got to be Kanga, hasn't it? And they're all going to go into turn 1. Is Schneider going to make a move here on Howson? He's not quite going to manage it. Is Kanga going to manage to go right round the outside? He's not. But yeah, sorry, a little bit of action there as we're heading into turn 1 in the midfield.
Yeah. No, there's no problem for pointing that out. That sounded like I was bitter. I forgot where I was. I'm trying to fill...
Engines,
yes. So the V8s are supposed to offer some more drivability to the car, which makes sense. They're a lighter engine, less cylinders, smoother application of power. Then obviously you've got your V10s, which is supposed to be sort of a happy middle ground, because your V12s are going to offer quite a lot of horsepower in a straight line, as we see Hugh Dwyer dive into the pits and keep the car in a straight line, which makes a change.
It certainly does. Powers is right up with Simon.
Wow.
I don't have a clue where this has come from then, but Nathaniel Powers has closed right up onto the back of Adrian Simons. The two of them are balked by Stuart Harrison, the back marking Meteor. And suddenly, Powers with a sniff then of taking back second place.
Yeah, and I think now that he's got that sniff...
He's going to go to the inside of the final corner. Surely that's not going to know, and he has to back out of it. And that will have lost him time all the way down the straight now. And that was probably a move he could have made had he just not stuck his nose up the inside.
Yeah, you'd imagine that could very well cost him second place, as Simon's now got a nice easy way past Harrison, as opposed to, well... Powers is going to have to fight his way past now. Not fight his way past, but it's not going to be easy. There you go. You're losing time already. Yeah, the V12s are going to be pretty supreme in a straight line, as we see Powers does put a lap on Stuart Harrison. And well, the rumor around the paddock at the moment actually seems to be that the teams are looking to prefer, at least in some cases, the smaller engines of the V8 and the V10.
Yeah, I think the way it's been pitched in that the V8s will be quicker on corner exit. The V10, as you say, are a happy middle ground, and the V12s are going to have a higher top end.
Yes.
Essentially.
I can't see anyone running the V12s purely because, yes, while they do offer a lot of straight line speed, you have to brake earlier due to the excess weight. I mean, they're nearly twice this. They're 1.5 times the size of V8. You know, that's quite big. No, they're the same capacity, aren't they? Don't know what I'm on about.
Yeah, I don't think it would make a massive difference. But you know, somewhere like here, it would be incredible. You'd get, you know, 3/4 of the way down the straight, and the V12s would absolutely come into their own.
Oh yeah, or like Monza,
leave the rest of them for dust.
Yeah, but then if you're looking at tracks like, say, Hungary or Portugal or
Hungary, which isn't on the calendar.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just talking about race circuits, you silly goose. Now you made me get confused.
Sorry.
There just isn't. There's a lot more time to be found in the corners, especially with the next season being so kind of heavy on the cornering ability on the cars.
Ooh, Bear.
They are really ragging it as the pits there. Obviously, the downforce of next year's cars is going to be, well, quite frankly, on levels we've never seen before.
Absolutely.
They're definitely going to be our fastest cars in history. And it's going to be not only fantastic to see what they can do, but now really interesting to see the difference that having different engines makes. Perhaps people are jumping the gun by assuming smaller engines would be better, because given the increased aero, that comes with increased drag. You know, you've got to have a few more horses in the rear to actually overcome that deficit. But I think for sure it's going to definitely add to the strategic element of next season.
It certainly will.
Mind you, if you combine like the V12s, and obviously next year the setups won't be standard, so these new cars will have a lot more, what am I trying to say, a lot more options to actually change when you're setting up the car. That could kind of allow for a happy medium to be found, or perhaps for them to just gun it for all outright pace, like in a straight line.
Yeah, it certainly could do.
Anyway, I've dragged that on long enough. Oh, and in 2000, are we talking about the developers bonus as well? Not the developers bonus, the partnership bonus.
Yeah, knock yourself out. I'm just looking something up a second. So, you know, feel free.
I did wonder why you were quiet.
I was just letting you run with it. You seem to be having fun, so...
I am having fun. These engine rules are really exciting.
There you go, see? Far be it for me to spoil your enjoyment.
Yeah, we'll cut you. I mean, so we've
rude.
got... Rude. I love that that's the reaction I get. So obviously in 2019, the teams will be incentivized, if you will, to form technical partnerships like Westwood and Hogfist have enjoyed this season, and Ocelot and Franklin have enjoyed for most of this season.
Franklin and Ingram since God knows when.
Yeah, since the dawn of time.
Likewise, us and DS Mathershaw.
And Lopez, they're in there ish.
Yeah, but obviously the relationship between us and Mathershaw started before, and we've kind of welcomed Lopez into the family.
Indeed.
It's a weird family.
It is a weird family. I see some of your chats. A bit odd.
Yeah,
anyway,
we'll not bring that up.
Let's not. Oh, is that a move for position? No,
it was,
not.
but it's just been undone.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway,
so there you go.
So yes, the teams will be offered a bonus for teaming up with each other in terms of engines and technical.
Let's gang up on them, bruv.
Pretty much. That's all that's going to happen. No. Those who have a technical partnership will be offered a small bonus on top of what they already put into their cars to just encourage teams to work together and bring everyone together. Which I also think is a great way to. It's a great way to bring some teams together, but it's also a kind of good way to alienate some of those who won't be able to find a technical partner.
Yeah, when you consider we've got 13 teams,
but 3 of them are kind of associated with Downton, so that leaves everyone else in pairs, pretty much.
Yeah, fair play. It works pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and
sweet. Let's just run with that. Done.
There's been a restriction on engine suppliers for the first time in the sport's history.
Yeah.
Come next year, I believe it is. Nobody will be able to create engines. Except for established car manufacturers pre-approved by the series CEO, which I think is a fantastic move.
It is, although, you know, I think we've been allowed, back when the regulations were slightly more open, as we see another brilliant move around the outside of the final corner from huge wire, making the best use of those super soft wires. Super soft wires, there we go. He still holds the fastest lap, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, good effort. But yeah, you know, we were allowed to create and build our own engine, and we've worked together with it with DS, and I think that's been really incredibly successful. And I do think, you know, the championship would be... Oh, Powers without front wing! What has happened there then? The championship leader is without his front wing and into the pits. And what is this going to cost him then?
Oh dear, that's a lot of time to lose. Ruiz is surely going to pass him. Yep, there goes Ruiz. There goes Kinnaman. Kinnaman's a bit closer than I expected.
Yeah, let's not forget, they will both have to pit again.
Oh, definitely.
So, I mean, Powers, he's now got the undercut. So, but he's probably lost a lot of time to Simon, hadn't he?
Yeah, so the undercut will probably, put him back on par with Simon at best?
Yeah, probably. And here we go then. So he's trying to lap one of the... Oh, crikey, he really went quite far off, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I mean, the Ocelot should have...
Well, at least let the meteor go.
Yeah, that was a bit close with Harding, though. There's class pits, so they've smelt opportunity. Well, I say they, just class. Is that Ruiz?
It is. No.
Oh, I was about to say, how much time is Enrique Ruiz made up?
It's not Ruiz, that's why.
I know,
Yes, I know.
Slap you. So hard.
Don't even consider it.
Don't even consider it, he says. I've been stressed. I can't really say that.
Good lord.
That is no good lord.
Wow, no, Class got really quite close to Giordano there while trying to put a lap on him.
Why am I mocking you?
I don't know. Just uncalled for. Unnecessary.
No necessary.
Rude. Someone dock his wages.
As if you'd get away with that, you monster! I'll just mug you.
Try me.
In comes Simon. Is he going to lose the rear end? Those tyres are looking pretty real. There he goes.
Yep. And again, this way. Yep.
He's bloody nailed that, though.
Yeah, not as bad as the first time, as Class has got past Giordano now then, and will resume the lead. And quite a comfortable lead that's going to be then for the final 11 laps, as long as nothing goes wrong with the car.
Indeed. I can't... Well, I mean, if it's held up for this long, surely it'll make it to the end, right?
Don't. Just don't. Why would you do that?
What?
Why?
I don't know. Why would I? I have no reason to.
Asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. Normally you say arsehole.
Well, I went different. Deal with it.
I went different. Deal with it. Ooh, Kinnaman peels into the pits on lap 59. That's early.
That's Schneider,
that's
isn't it?
Schneider. I was going to say, that's early for the medium guys. They'll be pissing on in the 60s.
they will. Ooh, sideways from one of the AMRs.
That'll be Hoskins.
It is.
Oh, duh.
Oh, duh.
I'm always right.
Yeah.
Eat my...
Sorry?
oh, don't worry. Sorry, it's just like a... Ow, ow, ow. So, lap 60 out of 69, we've got...
And do you know what, that's funny? Because it's Kinnaman's race number.
I know. It's actually hilarious.
Fairly sure we've made that joke before.
Definitely.
Actually, I'm fairly sure we made that joke in Indianapolis.
Do you know what I think we did? No, because it was 70 laps, I think, in Indy. So I made
It was 73, wasn't it? But when we got to both 69 and lap 70, we made that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Kanga pits for his final stop this time and actually gets the pit lane entry right.
What a lad. Well done, mate.
Yeah, beautiful bit of drifting there, but that's going to drop him outside of the points. Meanwhile, Johan Halverson is up into 11th.
Yeah. Mind
Could
you, the
he
medium runners
sneak
have
a
another
point?
stop to make. Oh, Schneider has made his way past Kanga. They've both pitted 3 times, so that's for position, my friend.
Who said we were friends?
Me, you don't have a choice.
Who fed you these lies?
I don't know, but no one's fed me anything else today except for soup that looks like sick.
Lovely.
I don't know why I've shared that. I'm going to have some more pickles.
As we've got a 4-car train here then for 6th place, led by Hutchinson with his teammate Zolia and the 2 Holmquists. Line astern behind him. What? What was genuinely that funny about that? Oh god, he's died again. Christ. Sorry, this happens. As we see Carl Beckenbauer then attacking Johan Halverson. Or... well, I don't know, Beckenbauer's now 11th. Halverson is into the points. Or, well, point. He's back.
Yes, but I can't see Beckenbauer staying behind him, and I can't see Johan going to the end on those mediums.
No, nor can I. It was just... good lord, Giordano's 18th.
Wow.
And he's made all his one pit stop.
I don't think that's Giordano's fault. I think that's a tactical
Oh,
blunder
Dwyer
there.
sweeps around the outside of Zolia there. He can't quite make it work, or is he going to? And then following, he is. What a beautiful move.
That was some solid driving from the Canadian. I didn't think about that one.
That's another man who's leaving Formula Virtual at the end of this season.
Yes,
Again.
for some American thing.
He is. However, on note of that American thing, we probably should say congratulations to a few people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the champions.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Obviously the final race of the Indy Virtual, the inaugural Indy Virtual Series took place last weekend in Macau. It was a bit dramatic.
Oh, Bayer has passed Kanga.
So
Bayer
he has.
pulled an overtake on our Kanga. What? Go on, my son. That's fantastic.
Fair play.
Kinnaman, I believe, has made a pit stop, but Ruiz has stayed out.
Has he?
Oh no, maybe.
No, Kinnaman's just lost the place to Powers.
Leave it out. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Powers is on much fresher tyres.
No, this isn't happening.
That was close, wasn't it? Hang on, is that Harding passing Kinnaman?
Harding's unlapping himself. Well, he's trying to unlap himself from Kinnaman, but that Renault unit is keeping him at bay.
Well, that would have been funny, wouldn't it?
In my defence, Kinnaman's been on those tyres for about 30 laps, and Harding's been on those tyres for about 5.
Duly noted. It's still funny.
Your face is funny.
Well, yeah, but you know, shit.
That was really bad language, Bradley. We're going to get told off again thanks to you.
Like we weren't anyway.
Uh...
You know, I've got it penciled in my diary now, it happens that often.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, congratulations to Brock Kidd, who became the inaugural Indy Virtual Champion, and also to Team Morley, run by Series CEO over here, whose team became the, teams champions.
Yeah, so,
in the
good
first
old
season.
Nikolai, definitely proving he knows how to run a team, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think, thank God for all of us here, he doesn't have his own one in Formula Virtual.
Yeah.
Crikey, we'd be in trouble.
I think this season you wouldn't be in trouble, and last season DS wouldn't be in trouble, and the seasons before that can't have seen Franklin being in trouble. You've always had a pretty convincing constructor.
Yeah, well, you say that. 2013 was pretty close. The Constructors' Championship went to the last race, while the Drivers' Championship
dropping down
didn't.
the order.
Sorry?
Kinnaman's lost his front wing.
Oh, no.
no!
What has happened then to Timo Kinnaman? I wonder if it was Harding.
If it was Harding, I'm going to lose it.
Oh, good lord.
Kinnaman falls outside of the point.
So, no, has he done the same as Kanga?
Fool.
Yeah, he has. He's absolutely just copied Alar Kanga.
Well, not exactly copied, but he's certainly commemorated his incident, if you will, in his own special way. Well, that's
Yeah, he's sort of
officially 4th place.
Oh, is Ruby's going to mimic it as well? No, not quite.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like he crashed in sympathy almost, wasn't it? Kinnaman
Yeah,
there.
like as if to say, it's alright, Alar. We all do it.
Oh, that's a shame. Kinnaman was really running a really strong race.
Yeah. That's just... Oh. On board, obviously on course for a comfortable top 5 finish was Tumo, and now not so much. So Westwood set to score a single
A single double point.
a single double point. A single point.
No points.
Schneider's out. Where's Schneider? Oh, no.
More than no points. Oh, who's that?
There's
No, that's
Beckenbauer.
Beckenbauer.
Beckenbauer's dropping down the order.
Why Schneider? Oh
Schneider's
god,
dropping
that's
down
the
the
leaders.
order.
Oh god, no, it's Carnage. There's an Ingram. Oh, he's got round him.
What's going on?
What a stupid place for Beckenbauer to... I don't think he's had much choice, but what a stupid place for Beckenbauer to stop.
Schneider's made a 4th stop.
Kinnaman's back up to 13th.
So, with about, 3 laps to go, Westwood look to have, well, looks like their point scoring streak from the Brazil last season is about to come to an end. Unless something spectacular happens.
What's the gap in the Constructors?
What, to Franklin?
Yeah.
More than 15. I think it's about 19.
It is exactly 19 points. Ooh!
So that could make
Oh
things
no,
pretty close in the
Halverson
final
was
round.
6th!
Well, yeah, after all that chaos.
That's a shame.
Oh,
Is he going to come back out in the points though? Is he?
Yes,
No.
he must be.
No. It's 12th.
Damn.
13th.
Oh, just gets worse.
Well, that's a shame.
I'd like to see why Finn Schneider felt the need to make a 4th pit stop.
Yeah, what's he running on? The mediums?
No, the softs. And it's a pretty comfortable 3-stopper here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, that's odd. Meanwhile, Dwyer has really made those super softs work. Okay, I think he's just benefited from some of the... Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Everyone decided to switch places, apart from the top 4. But Dwyer, 5th place.
Yes.
And with Beckenbauer out, that could be really significant for Holmqvist in the constructors.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sykes is 8th, scoring 4 points as it stands. So they're not going to be without points from this race. But
can we talk about Hugh Dwyer really quickly? Made his 5 stops, is in 5th position. That is the drive of the day. That's fantastic.
I mean, I was just talking about Hugh Dwyer, but...
Were you? I thought you were on about Sykes.
I went on to Sykes because I'd been talking about Dwyer.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
And Holmqvist and the good opportunity they had to pick up a number of points.
Carry on.
Wait, you've ruined it now.
No, I haven't. Carry on.
I was pretty much finished anyway, so...
Look at me, I'm eating pickles, so I didn't interrupt.
Meanwhile, who is that Klaas is just... Is that Ellington behind Klaas?
Yes.
That's incredible. He's lapped everyone bar the top 6, of which he is 1, so... Everyone bar 5 cars.
That's a pretty convincing lead.
That's phenomenal. There's who's that? That's Zazolya on Sykes, isn't it? As Klaas van Snelheid then starts the final lap here in Mexico.
He does indeed. I don't really know what to add.
That's fine.
Alberson makes a move on Kinnaman, I think.
He has, yeah. Kinnaman's lost out to Schneider as well.
Dropping again.
Oh no. What's gone on then with Timo Kinnaman here on the what'll be the penultimate lap? Oh, smoke from Simon!
He's got to make it to the line. He'll easily make that.
You'd imagine so. We haven't seen it before now, and it's normally a couple of laps before they give out.
Yeah.
Simon then should just be able to coast home. But I wonder if that's going to allow, if he's going to have to back off, I wonder if that's going to give Powers a chance to get close and potentially nick 2nd place, although he seems to be quite far behind. Meanwhile, Klaas van Snelheid has just 1 corner to go. The young Dutchman rounds the final corner here in Mexico. He's going to win the 2017 Mexican V-Prix and take back the lead of the Drivers' Championship with 1 race to go. An 8-point advantage he'll have. Adrian Simon coaxes the car over the line in 2nd place, so Powers will do no better than 3rd. We're just waiting for him to come around now, and it will confirm the championship standings. Powers, who has slipped a long way, but of course he had that long stop, didn't he, where he lost his front wing.
He did indeed.
Powers rounds the final corner now. He's going to take the final podium position. That'll be the first time he's finished in 3rd place all season. Powers takes 3rd then. The championship lead will be 8 points in favour of Klaas van Snelheid heading to the final race of the season.
Yeah, I mean, he, besides the controversial incident with Timo Kinnaman, he has driven a very convincing race in the front. I mean, after that first stint and he managed to get himself into the lead, he just hasn't had to look back. Yeah,
and it's not something we've seen a huge amount this season. He's been impressive, but most of his wins have come as a result of someone else being unfortunate. I suppose you could have that here. Powers had that long stop, but Klaas has been in imperious form today, ever since he got out front.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hasn't looked like anyone can challenge him at all.
Absolutely, but a brilliant race here in Mexico then as Klaas power slides into the pit lane, having won in Mexico. So it's the 6th win of the season then for Klaas van Snelheid. Adrian Simon follows him home in 2nd, while Nathaniel Powers finishes 3rd on the podium for the first time this season. Strong race from Hugh Dwyer on the super softs, making them work. He also took the fastest lap, while down there at the bottom, Timo Kinnaman and Carl Beckenbauer both retired late on from point scoring positions. That enabled Will Hoskins to finish 10th. In the Drivers' Championship, with 1 race to go, Klaas van Snelheid leads by 8 points. That is the gap between the 2 championship contenders. Nathaniel Powers with a lot of work to do. He cannot just go to Brazil and win. He needs class to finish 3rd or lower. That is how we stack up ahead of the final race. There were no other movements in the Drivers' Championship whatsoever after the race here in Mexico. In the Constructors, Downton now on 530 points. DS Matthershaw confirmed in 2nd, and Franklin have closed on Westwood for 3rd. But that's all from our race here today in Mexico City. So from both me and Harry, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for the season finale from Sao Paulo, Brazil.